Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Tuesday, April 13th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I come into balance between my human and my divine natures. Woo! Things are getting fiery. We're going to dig into that really quick, but I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everybody who's getting a reading during this Spring Fling reading sale. You are bringing me ease through this move, through financial abundance. And I love that I'm getting to meet so many of you who have not gotten a reading with me before. So thank you to all of you. And just for all of you who watch, because I really do appreciate the support. So, woo! Okay, let's dig into this fire. I actually am going to start with the cards because I haven't had this happen in a long time. So, my deck, I have an anomaly. It's appropriate for me with a very fiery chart. I actually have two slowing down cards in here, and I got both of them in today's card pull. So let's start with that. Today is a good day to connect in to grounding. We do have the moon in Taurus, which will support that. But all of these planets in Aries right now, Chiron, Mercury, Ceres, the Sun, and also Venus, which is going to be reaching into that 29-degree final degree of Aries energy. It is a lot of fire that we are working through. And we also have some fiery yin energy today that we're going to talk about. So let's start with the Venus finishing up in Aries. So 29-degree Aries. It's 28 and 29. So 28 degrees is interesting because it definitely cues us into worth stuff. And we definitely have a few worth pieces in the yin that we're working through today. So really knowing the worth of our feminine. When I speak about yin energy, that is our feminine energy. It's our receptivity. It's our nurturing. It's our intuition. Really honoring that. I really do believe that we're all meant to find our own individual balance of yin and yang energies. The yang energy supporting and balancing and listening and taking action based on the intuition from the yin. So, Venus and Aries, very fiery yin. So, like I mentioned a few times this week or in yesterday's scope, today may be part of one of those days where it's like lighting a match and burning it down. Like the yin does not want to put up with your stuff. So this may be the yin within you in regards to yourself. It could be the yin in relationship, in regards to relationship. So just be very aware of that energy that is, like I said, ready to light a match and let it burn. It is very important, though, to really know the worth of your yin as Venus is finishing up. And also, honoring the spirit of independence within the self. The yin energy, the feminine, is so strong. I don't think the credit is fully there yet for how strong the yin is, and even how strong it is to be that comeback story, to be rising up through centuries, millennia, etc., of repression, centuries, millennia of being buried. So really honoring that in yourself and spending some time honoring that fiery nature within yourself is definitely a good part of today. Now, what also connects into this and speaks of being buried for millennia? We have Lilith, who oscillates. She moves around a lot. Lilith is hanging out in Taurus. So again, knowing the worth of our feminine energy, that Lilith energy, the part of yourself, the part of your yin that's I am so connected to my soul, and come hell or high water, I am listening to this piece of myself. Lilith is connected to Neptune in Pisces today, 21 degrees. So how I mentioned, this yin energy that had been buried for millennia that is rising up, this may bring some feeling, some remembrance, some energies from that to the surface. So if you are feeling particularly fiery, this may be a piece of it. Even though Taurus and Pisces together is more muddy and more this energy, between the fire and this, you may have memories and you may feel reactive from that place. So do be aware of that energy rising up within us in and through this. It may feel a little bit intense. Speaking of lighting fires, we have the Sun and Mars building into a connection as well, a sextile, working together. But again, this is just adding to the heat. It's adding to the fire. And Mars is building into a connection with Pluto. So Pluto can bring that empowered feeling, but it can also bring up our shadow. It can bring up our darkness. It can bring up the part that's like no longer willing to work with it, and again is ready to burn it all down. So awareness of all that is important in this energy today. So so Sun and Mars working together, 24 degrees, finding that balance, listening to our intuition through the day, and letting that help guide us as we move forward slowly. But even as, look at this. Oh my God, these cards. We got these 2 slowing down cards, but we're breaking through as we are paying attention, as we are being mindful. Mars in Gemini, mindfulness, being very present, being very aware. We are breaking through old patterns. We are breaking through chains. We have the rebel energy, and we have the success card. So this is really positive, powerful, like forward momentum energy. But the yin is also requiring us like connect in, ground in, be patient with this process. Don't try to rush it. It's always a good lesson for me. Don't try to rush it. You don't need to rush this. Be present. So Sun and Mars connecting, that fiery energy. Moon and Uranus are actually connecting to start the day. So that may be, again, part of those trigger energies coming up around our worth that need to be worked through. When these triggers come up, we can find ourselves being very reactive. So be aware of any of that reactivity in regards to your worth, in regards to money, in regards to your gifts as well. All of that may be kind of surfacing. The moon can reveal things that have long been hidden. And again, it feels like some of this reactivity isn't even coming from anything that's happening in the now. It's coming from deeper energies. And so that's where we want to be aware and where we can transmute things. Because that reactivity may not necessarily work in our favor. It may be through patience and that like transmutation process and taking it slow and easy that we are ultimately able to push through the chains that have bound us. Moon and Saturn are also connecting. So Moon and Saturn in these earth signs, Saturn in, not an earth sign, sorry, Saturn in Aquarius. It's not an earth sign anymore. Saturn in Aquarius connecting to Moon in Taurus. It's actually a square. I think, again, this is part of the old patterning, the patterning around productivity. We have this feeling of what we should do. We have this feeling about, like, what we think we need to do in regards to our worth, and that is based on old patriarchal ideals. So getting past that and really showing up in alignment with our worth, knowing who we are, knowing that our gifts are enough, and again, that we have this individual calling to show up as that, and the universe is like there cheering you on, like, yeah, you do you. Show up, be that self, honor that Lilith, bring it forward. That's what we want to tune into as we take action in and through the day. So, just that. Again, keep in mind, Venus 29 degrees, it may feel very spicy, it may feel very fiery, it may get a little bit passionate even as well. Fire signs, very passionate, until the shift 11:22 a.m. Pacific time on Wednesday. So do keep that in mind. So you can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. My half-hour reading is $44 right now. Thank you, everybody who's been doing that. I appreciate it so much. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and stay curious. Namaste.